Hello everybody. Today I want to explain you a little bit about PvE content. For that I will show you the latest reports from the God Battle and a few hits on forts. I will explain troop formations, what troops they use and which troops not to use, and what kind of damage they do and why they do. Here you see the latest God Battle report, You can see I sent I sent only Wonder units, and you can see the damage yourself. The kills are what damage they did. Here the heroes. Yeah, Evil Dead joined me, but that's not important right now. You can stop yourself if you want to check an individual troop, but generally the results were all the same. Here I will show you a report on a fort I did, with heroes and everything. You can see the damage differs by quite a bit, because I changed my march. Here I sent only Wonder units at the fort. Again, you can see the damage they do, and it's important right here to add that siege needs to be added, especially cannons or Napoleon cannons. If you don't have cannons or Napoleon cannons, try get them via the forts, or try get them via upgrading the training buildings. Demolishers or T8 siege, I don't remember the name, works as well, but they're not as effective because cannons have a shell effect, which basically means they explode when they land, which increases the kills count. Other siege does not quite have that effect. Here, I'll show you a hit on a fort like I do it. You can see I select only Wonder units because I have a pre-select formation on slot 2. As ended, I speed it up. That's usually how I hit forts, but that's just at the side, because I usually am not that patient to send troops to a fort, to a castle next to it, and then assault from there, and add new troops because I get wounded and whatever. Again, here's the damage up to date in my war gear. Quite high damage of 534,000 something. Again, I return the march. Of course, there's a cooldown time, so you can't just spam the trials. I think that is implemented in order for everybody to get a chance, but we don't really have many active people in the lines right now. I hope the server merge later changes that, so I don't really need to worry about people standing there. I will change it as soon as we get more people. But this is just an example, and they don't really care if I finish a stage because I'm the biggest hitter here right now. And I'm the only one really doing much damage to this high fort, because it's a level 4 fort actually. So it's quite hard for smaller players to do real damage to it. Again, a hit, now up to over 1 million damage with just 2 hits. At this point, just waiting on the trial to cool down. I mentioned I will speed the video up a little bit, so that you aren't getting bored just looking at me scrolling the reports, but I will show every report so you see the damage doesn't change. Yeah. Now, show you a little bit about the actual troop stats you add via adding war gear and stuff. I'll show you in a city in a bit. Let me just send this march back. There's 20 seconds a turn. Still can't hit it for another 20 seconds. Let me show you here. First of all, let me show you what I lose. Like I lose 5 over elephants, 150 of the Jago warriors and longbowmen, sub 10. So I'm waiting on the march to return. I'll speed heal them. Easy. So just my daily here. Yay. And yeah. Let's show you what I mean. So my T9 Wonder units, the X-Throws, have these kind of stats. They're quite high, quite damage doing, and yeah, I tried about 150,000 of them in a video I showed you I think a week ago. So yeah, that's what they get useful for. I think they do about double the damage. I'll show you in another report. I'll just go back to the report and look at it again. Another hit. Yeah. I'll show you something actually in a few, because this is just one hit away basically, and I want to show you the other formation I used before, which doesn't have that many wonder units, which are important for hitting trials, as you can see by now. So I'll skip ahead a little bit, and I'll hit it another time when its cooldown is down. To finish this, and then send the last hit on it to show you the other formation I have. Yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting to see how we do with the forts after the merge, because we will have more active players, hopefully, and potential the risk of getting hit as soon as someone goes and hits the fort because the march is out. I mean, I don't think I'm at a high risk here, but I don't want to sound overly big, because I'm just a normal player. I'm not so special, I'm not a god or anything, so I am mortal. I can be killed if they really want to net efforts to it. Alright, bit on the way, let me just do some small hitting of bandits around. It always takes a little bit to load the territory in, but it is normal because at the same time they load in every tile. They generate a small random chance to generate a bandit like this. It is a basic version, and this is the late version, which has a better drop chance of higher value items, but in the end it may change at any time. Sometimes during events the drop rate is a little bit lower, I think, but maybe just coincidence because I don't find that many or I don't look for them, so I guess the rewards. As I said before, I usually don't just finish it myself, I would also hit a few hits too to get the chest, because there's 10 chests every trial stage. Yeah, just scroll back there. Now you can see we're on stage 10 of 10. One more hit, this time with the different formation, which has normally 10 in them and only a little bit of wonder units. I used it before, just do some auto heroes, adjust formation a little bit, and here we go. This, as you can see, is a higher march too, because there's more siege in it and slower units. So the more units of higher speed you have in a march, the more time the march time will be reduced to. So as you can see already, it's a way less damaging hit, to only 260,000 damage. And you can see the dragoons, for example, only do as much damage as you have units. Musketeers are decent because they're ranged units. The conquistadors are decent because I think they have a slight bonus on cav or something, and the heroes a little bit for cav. Now that we've finished the actual video, I want to show you something where I want to talk about what march actually is important and what march is not important. So as you have seen before, wonder units take a very big importance in PvE content in this game. They have an increased attack versus normal units, and even with normal unit stats being more present and being in a higher value than the other unit stats, it's still a big damage difference if you set wonder units over normal, for example T10 or other tier units. Like, you need to be careful about not having too many wonder units, because they don't always have the increased defense value, and you need to be careful not to have too little, because then you may not be doing the damage you wanted to or you wish to do in the fort. So that means maybe the trials become harder, or you take a longer time in order to finish them. Now, a march like I said it, where you have mostly T9, T8 and some very rare T10 wonder units. I still need to upgrade my wonder. training facility because it's very expensive with the level 22 or something. It cost me about 80 million resources each, and like 10 million stone and 4 million gold. The only other way I have for the 10 wonder units is a fort, the level 5 fort, and that's about it. Yeah, I'll need to look into it, but right now 150,000 T9 wonder units, as you can see, do between 420,000 and 550,000 damage, depending on which kind of PvE they hit. Now, important as well, as you might think, is that the march size is a very big factor. March size basically just means more damage for PvE. I cannot say the same for PvP because I haven't tested it yet, but I imagine it may not play as big a role. Now, the higher your march is, the more units you can literally pack into it, and the more damage you will do on the ending result. Getting a march up itself is quite hard. I will probably be doing another video on that, or better mention it when I do gear, because gear is the main source, and you need to like evaluate whether you want more march capacity or more stats, because both can be put on your gear. But to that in a future video. Yeah, that's it. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, comment, rate, and share. Join the communities, the links are down in the description. And yeah, have a nice day. See you in future videos.